Hello, it's Jay here again and welcome to another tutorial. So in this lesson we're going to be doing some work on the variables and we're going to be creating some new ones for upcoming features. However, if we look in the inspector, it's quite obvious that this has now sort of become out of control. It's a little bit overwhelming, but luckily we can actually turn some of these to private. So I'm just going to go over the ones that I'm going to switch. Again, I'll leave this choice entirely up to you, but for example, these were set to public at the very beginning for the days, hours, minutes, so on. And because now we can actually see the time and the date in the GUI while we're testing the game, we don't really need to see it in the inspector anymore. So as such, I'm going to turn these to private. So I'll just copy and paste that over every single one of them. And I think we can also do the same for the years as well. So let's do that. And also for the calendar days. So I'll leave this choice up to you, but I'm also going to turn these to private now for the months. So let's just keep going through. And I am going to leave some of the variables as public. This is because they still may need further adjustments for any project you actually use this script with, but we can turn a lot private now. I'm also going to do the same for the season because we know these work now. And let's have a look. The toggle GUI, let's turn that to private as well. Let's save it off and see how it looks in our inspector now once it's recompiled. So we've still got quite a lot of variables in there. The day phases, I'm going to turn these to private as well. Now, variables such as these, I'm going to leave public, so we can still adjust the values. Let's turn these to private for the day temp and rotation. And let's have a look, see if there's any more we can do for now. I'm going to leave these public for the GUI. So I'm going to leave it as it is for now, simply because we're going to be creating some more variables that are going to be applicable to our temperature. So I'm going to leave a lot of these as public, such as these ones here, for now, but I'll probably turn these to private as well at a later date. And in fact, I'm going to turn these to private because we defined them here, and I may change these again to actually for the days to begin at or the phases to begin at different points depending on what season we are in. But that'll be down the road, so I think we're getting a little bit ahead of ourselves at the moment. But for now, let's come back to the temperature. So what we're going to do is we're going to copy these 4 to begin with. The spring, summer, autumn, winter temp variants. And I'm just going to put mine here. So just above the toggle GUI and below where we actually set the min and max for the temp variants for the seasons. And what I'm going to do is change these now to dawn, the next one for day, and I'm sure you've guessed, dusk, and finally for night. So let's just tidy those up and we'll change what needs to be changed. So just need to change the last word in our comments, and finally for night. And we're also again going to copy these 8 lines here where we set the min and max temp variants, and obviously we're just going to change these to be the temp variants for the day phases. So let's change the first one to dawn. We'll remember to change the comment as well. And in fact, I'm going to come back to the actual seasons one, and I'm just going to get rid of the value in the comments. And this is because obviously we'll be adjusting these in the inspector, so I don't think we really need to have them in the comments. It may be a little bit overkill, because obviously once you've found value, then you've got to come back all to the comments if you want to keep it or present and correct, which we'll just have it like that now. So we'll just say set the min temp variants and such and such. So we'll just continue going on. And this is another reason I just wanted to go through and set some of the variables we have in place at the moment to private, just because we're obviously creating some more. I mean, I'd always intended, as I said in the previous videos, that I was only setting them to public just for the time being while we're actually testing, but we know that this script works now, so we'll leave some as public that need adjusting, or some that's going to be affected by things like the day phase variants, so we can still check to see if they're working in the inspector. And I think I'll also change the day length to private. And let's go, and we'll just wait for that to recompile. So we've still got a lot of actual variables displayed. Still far too many, but like I said, we'll leave it for now, and then we'll deal with what can be changed at a later date again. I suppose we'll change the values here. So I'm going to try a value of a min of 0 and 2.5, I think, for the max. Obviously these will be different for each and every one of you depending on your project, so As always, please experiment to find value that suits your particular game. And I think I'll try value of 5 for the dust. 2.5. Night. Let's have quite a big drop of -5. And I'll leave that at 2.5 for now. So let's just save that off. We'll just make sure those are applied by resetting the script. And I think we'll leave it here for now, because I want to deal with all the coding that's going to make these variables work in one separate video. So we'll be doing that next time. So as always, I hope you enjoyed this lesson. I hope to see you next time. And until then, as always, bye for now.